All right, guys, we're going to look at a replay with Agri, one of the gods of this game. And I believe he goes for the aerial spec. It's a great pack. For us, yeah, this all looks pretty bad for us. I'm not even sure like what's good here. Maybe the missile? Yeah. Because at least we get missiles, right? Like, you know, you could go crawlers with this, I think. So, yeah, we do end up going crawlers. And yeah, we just do some kind of standard positioning here. The opponent goes for chaff. Goes for some more fangs. Trying to build out his his chaff board here. Yeah, I'm not so sure about how this good is. I mean, this is pretty bad. Maybe looks like the balls are getting splashed. So all right, so first round in the books, almost. All right, we'll both go for the dogs here. For us, we're thinking the dogs can be pretty good fire. For him, I don't know, chaff clear chaff. We go for our normal Phantom Ray spam. We sell out of the steel ball. And let's see how this goes. We use our missiles as granted by our specialist. He actually goes for one Phoenix in case we go for the anti-air. He goes for in case we go for air. But it's not going to be enough, I think. That's going to be another round. Round 3. This doesn't look too appealing for us. Neither for Agri. Now we just keep going more Phantom Rays. The question is, when do we click oil? And the question is, does he have extinguisher? He does. So it looks like we click fire now and we click oil now too. Did we end up borrowing? No. And the opponent also clicks the fire himself, which is very interesting. Our fire does a little bit more to him because he's got more units, and I think the him clicking the fire makes the extinguisher significantly more expensive. So he kind of potentially screwed himself there because our chaff was going to go into the fire anyways. We had quite limited chaff, I believe. Let's see. Next round. None of these looks great for us. Probably not good for him either. Okay. Now just a matter of more Phantom Rays to spam. Opponent actually goes more Hounds. Like, I don't understand this because we've only have these two crawlers here. We're thinking about putting maybe the guy here. Now the opponent really goes for the Raiden. That's his aerial spec. That's his plan. That's been his plan all along. He's gonna counter this with Raidens. And I guess the Hounds kind of make sense here. It's kind of allows the first round of fire to land here instead of here. So it's not a bad move, I think. And then the Raiden's going to be ultra scary. We're going to need to get shield right away. And we actually end up losing this, it looks like. Just because of that one Raiden. All right. Elite Wasp is so we actually go Elite Wasp here, thinking maybe this is the one thing that we're worried about. So let's get it first, and we click anti-air here. Interestingly, the opponent doesn't go for it. I think he's already committed into the Raidens. He's probably thinking like, he can't commit into both. Unfortunately, yeah, the Phoenix is level. The missiles do nothing, plus the shields. That being said, the shields are potentially a waste. I mean, they do help out against the missile, but he has to spend 200. And if they go down, I mean, is he going to spend another 200 next time? It does look like the Wasps are both acting as tanks and they're doing some DPS. I mean, these are really powerful Wasps here, especially, right? I mean, a couple shots, it's already like, these two Wasps, took this Raiden down to half health. So that's pretty strong. But it looks like it's not enough. These Raidens are still coming up ahead. So we go for the Wasp Swarm. We both don't want the Orbital Jav. For us, we were thinking, well, go Orbital Jav, we get one Raiden, but what does that do for us? It costs us like 250. We're nowhere close to winning the game or anything, so it's just better to focus more on long term. Go for the Wasp here, thinking, okay, we already have a Wasps, so maybe our plan is to use the AA Wasps to kind of clear this. We finally click shield on the Phantom Rays. This is a well-needed upgrade, allowing the Phantom Rays to tank multiple shots from the Raidens. And now we just get the missiles here. We don't want to deal with this. Like, we want the fire to instantly spread in the back. So it's generally a pretty good idea to missile these packs if you're going Ray Oil. The fire is extreme, and we get onto the Raidens like before the Raidens even like wake up and get out of bed. And this is just an absolute massacre. And I think it's just because we missiled those two little packs. I mean, the importance of those two little packs in the beginning to prevent the Ray Oil cannot be understated. Drop time. Yeah, we just go for something and sell it. I don't know if he wants to like keep the worm or anything. And now we start playing the factory game because now we know that like we can go more Wasps. We can do more Phantom Rays, but eventually he's going to start winning. And he can counter the Phantom. He can counter the Wasps. He already got the Mustang. So we know that this composition of Wasp and Ray, while effective right now, it may not be effective long term, and that's what we're worried about. And so we go double tech, level 2 fort, drop it right in the middle. Opponent goes for Mustangs to counter the Wasps, also attacked as chaff, I suppose. Maybe he's going to go anti-missile on the Mustangs. Looks like he's keeping the Sandward around, like it may do something. So he does go anti-missile. I'm not sure how effective these Mustangs are going to be because, like they are susceptible to fire, especially without range. They will block some of the missiles, but I mean, I think he has to go like another 3 packs next round, and that might just be too much of a commitment. The more stuff he goes that's not Raidens, the better, the happier we are. Now, unfortunately for him, the Sandworm just goes straight into the War Factory, and it's not a really fair fight. The War Factory is tanking all of the Raiden shots, but still, there's like 2 out of the 3 beams are still going into the Rays, unfortunately, but the shield is helping out the Rays a lot. I'm not sure if we're able to actually turn this around here. Like, this is very, very close. We only have these 4 Rays left, but we get the double tower debuff, and it looks like that's probably going to make us win this round. But unfortunately, it's not going to be enough for us to win the game here. And against an opponent like Agri, this is not something you want to be dragging like into multiple rounds, especially when you've already revealed your hand here. So we skip. He goes for some kind of production. Now we sell out of the war factory here, which is pretty interesting. And I think the reason why we sell out is because we want to go 2 war factories on the corners. Probably a pretty standard play, you know, for war factory. Like, you never leave your war factory here. That being said, I've won games just leaving the war factory here and adding another one right next to it. But generally speaking, you'd expect to have 2. I mean, you know, this is also a legitimate play. It kind of becomes a guessing game. Now, what does the opponent do that can, like, for the war factory? That's what I'm curious about. When we go war factory, we just stop upgrading. Like, we stop caring about these units behind us. Like, they can get levels, but we don't care about the levels. We only care about now the war factory is our carry kind of thing. So the answer is the Abyss into the war factory with the swarm missiles. So this is still the current latest patch, and the Abyss has received a lot of buffs here. Maybe the missiles are gonna actually land into the tower, but unfortunately for him, the Abyss kind of didn't really do that much. It kind of just died instantly. And I think even with the war factory here, it still might have been pretty tough for the Abyss. I don't know how many swipes it takes for the Abyss to take out the gold armor war factory. That being said, we don't have that much left on the ground, to be fair. Like, you know, we're not doing that great, and I guess we need to win this game right now. Like, and it looks like we probably do win this game right now. Let's get the tower, and let's take out this Raiden. But it doesn't look like it's enough damage, right, to win the game. Or wait. Oh my goodness. So the last drop. What is it? What is it going to be? So we go for the Vulcan here. And I think we just, like, sell out of one of them. Opponent also goes for Vulcan. Well, we finally decided, well, let's put down some oil here. And what's the opponent going to do? We should probably have considered leveling the towers, but I guess with the war factories, the Abyss is never going to go into the tower. So pretty meaningless drop for us here. Like, we both have a Vulcan that really isn't going to do much. The oil here, you know, what does it really do? It doesn't do much, but, you know, it's like a free oil, so why not use it? It looks like we go for a crawler here. This is maybe to distract his Abyss, maybe, or are we going to plan to put it in the flank? Okay, yeah, we do. We put a flank crawler here. And we see the final attempt is another Abyss. Fortunately, we put down the crawler flank, the crawler, you know, like distraction flank. Now he goes for Fang shield, interestingly. Now, I don't think I think that's a mistake, because our main way of dealing with the fangs is actually the fire. So seems like the Fang shield is pretty bad here, but perhaps he's kind of run out of options. And, you know, I wonder if he was considering to go ionization on the Raidens, but at level 2 Raidens, like, clicking ionization is going to gimp their ability to deal with the Phantom Rays. You know, perhaps, like, just a Melcher would have been better. Kind of looks like we might be able to win this, but we don't have much anti-air left. That's the problem. Like, and this war factory is gonna die. So, you know, maybe this is the start of a comeback here. This is very close, but now we actually lose this round. And remember, this is the 3rd round we've had. This is round 3 with the war factory. We've lost so much. We've lost 1,000 on the upkeep of war factory here. So this is crazy bad for us. Like, yeah, sure, Agri, you know, one of the world champions at 100 HP. That's amazing, but losing 1,000 resources is not, and what now becomes 1,400 total lost resources. And he's just gonna build more abyss. So we need to figure out what to do. Like if we couldn't win that last round, I mean, like what are we supposed to do now to win this? Because now it's just getting worse. Our economy is like getting worse by the moment. I mean, we definitely probably sell out of this, right? And I mean, do we just go more war factories? That's kind of like the crazy thing to do. But I mean, is there a way we could deal with all these abyss? So looks like we just go for maybe more of these elite wasps, but it's just going to be one more. We actually don't sell out of anything so far. There's still time, or I guess the clock is ticking. All right, so we just add one more wasp. I don't think this is going to be enough. Like he just has too many abyss, but maybe actually the elite wasps are actually potentially what we need here. I mean, the elite wasps are just like killing the air like they're nothing. Like they're made out of paper machete. And all of a sudden, wait, just adding the one wasp actually like kind of changes the game. Maybe we have enough here. It kind of looks very promising right now. If we can kill this abyss, we get the game, and it looks like it's going to happen. We get the tower, and we end the game here. So it turns out that like the elite wasp here are the absolute heroes. The war factories did something. Maybe not that much. You know, only 13,000 damage, 20,000 damage compared to 180, 140, 170k damage. How well did the Phantom Rays do? 10k. Phantom Rays were at this point are just like acting as chaff for the elite recruit wasps. Yeah, so it looks like we had a very tough situation on our hands, but through the miracle of A wasps, we were actually able to beat Agri. And yeah, we had a previous game where we fought the same player. He went aerial spec, and we had an epic wasp versus wasp mirror. But we luckily came out ahead because we had the elite spec instead of the jump drive. So yeah, in case you're ever dealing with Abyss, Raiden, and you ever get the elite wasp card, you know, maybe it's a good idea to take it, because this would have we would have lost the game if we didn't go for this elite wasp here. And I'm so surprised that just by adding one more wasp in there, it actually makes such a huge difference. Just snowballs the outcome of the round entirely. And keep in mind, you know, this is probably 1,400 in resources that we wasted on the war factory in just upkeep alone. So we probably could have played this a lot better, although maybe the first round with the war factory was smart. It just felt like we were overcommitted. And we probably should have sold this Vulcan. It was doing nothing. So had we sold the Vulcan, maybe we would have had money to get even another wasp, and I think this would have, you know, ended a lot better. It's just that we were running out of time. We were kind of really weren't sure what to do here. Yeah, we might have been thinking about the melter play. I'm glad that we didn't, because I don't think it would have worked. Anyways, we're really happy to get another win against the legend Agri here. And yeah, thanks for watching.